All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Mega Ran and Storyville. What's up, fellas?
What's going on? What's up?
And this is part of the nationwide tour, and the Soul Veggies album is about to come out on Brick Records. So, who wants to talk about that first? First batter up.
All right, man. Soul Veggies is the manifestation of collaborations that Random and I have done over the years. We've been working together since 2004. And we finally said, every time we collaborate and come together on a project, it comes out amazing. The crowd loves it, the fans love it, the people love it. So let's do an official project. And we did, and came up with 14 amazing records, incredible records. Got the attention of a record label. We love working with them. So now Soul Veggies is official, Mega Ran, Storyville, and coming to you February 17th.
Now, Random, you've released just about everything I've ever bought in your career yourself. But this time, you're going through an established label. So
We are. Big shout out to Brick Records for believing in us. It's very different, I'm used to doing it all myself, It's like, I'm an only child, so I'm so used to being stingy or just having things to myself. But just sitting down talking to Papa D at Brick, just like, people need to share in this experience. And I'm going to help you get it to where it needs to go. And he was talking the right language, and it was time to make it happen. It's a great label. They've released a lot of great underground records. They hold very true to a lot of hip hop values that I stand for. They put out quality music, which is most important. So having that stamp, it's making what we do so much easier. So now we just make the music, and we let these guys do what they do, and then we continue to work as hard as we've been working. So it's always better to just have more people working for the same goal. And normally it's me just kind of going hard, and it's so good to have a person to pass the baton to. I pass the story passes the Brick, they pass it back, and we're all energized and ready to hit the finish line hard. So that's really what's happening with this release, and I'm super excited. We got vinyl coming, we got a CD coming, we got so much cool stuff. The tour.
And for once, you're not having to put it all out there yourself. You're not having to handle every aspect.
Yes. It's so good to have somebody working with us and not against us, So it's a good situation. I'm really excited about it.
And Story, let me get your side of it, being signed with Brick Records for this release. I mean, you've had a lot of records out already, but what does this mean to you?
Well, it's an M&D deal, which means manufacturing and distribution. So we're still taking care of everything on the creative side, which is really important, especially for myself and for Ram. What we wanted was, when you set a team out on the court, you need somebody who's got the tight jump shot. You need somebody who can hit it from way back. You need a point guard. You need somebody who can run the lane. And everybody kind of has their own way of going about it. Chicago Bulls were the best team because they had a starting five that killed on that kind of connected teamwork.
Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, they had somebody doing every single role.
Absolutely, because Jordan, he might not catch it off the rim when the other team misses, but Rodman rebounds, insane. So, Brick is our rebound. So it's like, when you're working and you're working your ass off, when you get an email that says, yo, vinyls are ready, that's like, we're reinvigorated. We're like, yes, let's go. We can make this happen. I love talking to Adam, Papa D. He's a real human being. A lot of labels are very difficult because you have to go through a chain of command that's annoying.
A&Rs and CEOs and everybody.
Yeah, and if those A&Rs and CEOs are good, then they're a pleasure to work with. But if they're not, then it just defeats the whole point. It destroys the teamwork, it destroys the creative process. The first thing, because I didn't know what to expect from Brick, so my first thing talking to Ram was like, if this guy doesn't sound like a human being, I'm not really too interested in what the contract says. But he was super cool. So, very happy to be working with somebody who's seeing the vision, for sure.
And that works as hard as we do. What he does, we work just as hard when it comes to putting together tight musical packages, great videos. Like, we got so much in store for this project, man, and I'm looking forward to big things. So get used to seeing Soul Veggies.
That's right. How's the tour been so far? How's the road been?
It's been fun, man. Rocking with Danimal is always great. Me and Story, it's been the first time we got on the road for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
So it's been great, getting back out there, the tag team camaraderie, and It's awesome. You know, I'm big shoes to fill because last night in Milwaukee was insane. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Milwaukee was
Crazy.
But see, now I remember when you were here with MC Chris and MC Lars, and that was an insane, crazy show too. So.
It was. We had a great time, man. So it's really good to be back. I hadn't been back since then, so it's been a few years now. So hopefully all those crazies will come right back on out, and we'll do it again in top Milwaukee and just keep setting the bar. You know, that's the best kind of tour. But it's been so much fun. So every show's been getting better and better. You know, we're getting better and better with just working together, the chemistry, and pulling out new songs or older songs, and just having fun with them, just freaking them different ways. And it's been great. And I just wanted people to be able to see the Soul Veggies project up close and personal and live and experience it, because I feel like it's a new beginning, especially working with the new label.
Well, and it's a new year
records,
too, so it's 2015.
This is a fresh start almost for me, you know, and I feel like this is going to be a lot of fun, and I just want everybody to come along and experience it with us.
Now, Story, I'm going to ask you this question. I've asked Random this one in the past, and this is always a fun one. What's the craziest thing a fan has come up and asked you to do or said to you?
Oh boy. You know, here's the thing. Well, there was this show in Western Pennsylvania. I was just talking about this on another interview. Where after I performed, two very young women came up to me and offered some services that actually...
It wasn't to cook them dinner.
No, it wasn't to cook me dinner.
Was it the unspoken part of wine 'em, dine 'em, and blank einem?
No, there was no whining and dining involved. This was some raunchy stuff right here.
Yeah, it was pretty out there.
I was seeing somebody at the time, and given the nature of the circumstances, I actually ended up passing on that. And I think looking back on it in retrospect, I think I made the wise decision.
Probably.
But that was pretty nuts. But in general, a lot of times people don't even really recognize me because my career as an artist is very, the direction of it is not that of your stereotypical artist. I don't necessarily feel like I need to be recognized as Storyville. Of course, I want to be recognized as Storyville to a degree, but I think what's more important in the trajectory is what Ran is doing, because I have a very strong career going on already as an engineer and as a producer. And so making those three things work together, being the Swiss Army knife of the production and creative process, is really more what I like. So, whether or not fans come up to me and, offer me blowjobs, it's flattering, but it's not that important.
Well, Ran, now that he's already busted out the, fans offering him crazy services, there's got to have been something crazy that's happened to you since the last time we talked.
Well, I get awesome stuff offered to me, man. I got an awesome buddy of mine who came.
That's our definition of awesome for tonight, huh?
Not that awesome. I had a guy.
Higher and higher.
I had a guy, Josh, in Southern California, who's a web hosting guy, offered to do all my web hosting. And I said, heck yeah. Mm-hmm. And then he messaged me the other day and said, hey, I got soulveggies.net for you guys. And I'm like, yes. See, that's what I call awesome. Mm-hmm. So you can now check out soulveggies.net thanks to my good buddy Josh at An Honest Host.
And can they pre-order the album through soulveggies.net?
Yes, you can. You can go there. You can go to Underground Hip Hop to get CDs, or now vinyl. Mm-hmm. Or you can go to everyone's favorite place, iTunes, and grab the album there.
You're not being sarcastic when you say that now, because I've heard iTunes can be a little janky with the cut for artists.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's, pick it up from iTunes if you want to pick it up from iTunes if that works for you. We're not mad at that for sure. But, if you really want to support and want us to get the most of the cut, rather than paying 30% into an already multi-billion-dollar industry, pre-order it from the website and, support Brick, support us, But iTunes is cool too, They do what they do.
It's awesome, man. We're number 12 pre-order on the iTunes right now, which is pretty dope. So I'm all for it. Anybody all around the world who wants to get a quick thing, and you get emailed when it comes out, it's pretty convenient. And then bam, you get the album. So I'm not mad at iTunes. But yeah, man, just support the album. It's most important. I think this is a record that I have a lot to prove, you know, and I always like for new. I'm always looking for new challenges, you know. I liken myself to Ryu at the end of Street Fighter 2, where everybody's like, "You won, man! You're killing it! You won!" and I'm walking off looking for the next challenge. You know, I'm not even staying for the ceremony. Like that's the kind of thing that I feel like there is no end, there's no victory ever. As long as I have new ideas, I'm still going for the next challenge. So that's what this is now. You know, the past is irrelevant at this point. Like, this is a totally new beginning, a new product, a new brand, as people say. And so this is a new beginning, man. You know, I want people to get used to the name Soul Veggies and expect quality, fun, zany hip hop that is done at a high level. And that's what we're going to do for you.
Yeah, you got to understand, like, Ran is probably one of the, like, I'd say, in my opinion, he's the best rapper, period. I'm not even joking. Like, you know, I've become so familiar with his material. Like, there's so many levels. There's so many surprises. Like, he takes things in directions you wouldn't expect. He's a super creative dude. I mean, it's always subjective. But, like, what Ran does outside of video game rap, just in terms of hip-hop and creativity, is humongous. I'm an engineer, and I'm not, like, a guy who's, like, I use Pro Tools. Like, I have multiple Grammy Award-winning clients. You'd be surprised if I mentioned multiple humongous awards for my engineering. My production skill has gone all over the world and been attached to gold-selling records. So it's like, you know, with the talent that I'm bringing in, and I'm not a bad rapper myself. I mean, maybe I'm coming off egotistical. But the fact is like, you know, it's a strong team that's putting our effort now into one spot and reinventing. I hope we reinvent what hip-hop is, truthfully. I hope we reinvent so many things when it comes to the music world just by setting that bar so high.